Okay, so out of the problems that you worked on Friday and Monday, as I was checking these, I noticed a lot of you were missing number 16. The largest planet in the solar system is Jupiter with a diameter of 71,398 kilometers. What is Jupiter's diameter in centimeters? So I'm going to go ahead and do the problem both ways that we've learned, just to see if that helps clarify it for you. I think I know the mistake that some of you were making though. So if we use the King Henry method, K, H, D, B, D, C, M. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk, or kilo, hecto, deca, base, deci, centi, milli. Let's see. Let's go ahead and switch over to pink writing. So if we start, we're converting from kilometers, so 71,398 kilometers, and you're going to centimeters. So we start here at the K for kilo, and we're going here to the C. So kilo to hecto is one space, hecto to deca is two spaces, deca to the base unit is another space, the base unit to deci is another space, and the deci to centi is another space. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces that we have moved to the right. So we need to locate our decimal in this number, 71,398. Some of you thought that the comma here was a decimal, and it's not. So not a decimal here. The decimal is actually right here. So we need to move it 5 spaces to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to add in your zeros. Now, for clarity's sake, we would need to rewrite this as neatly as possible. So 71398. And then there are 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's go back in and put in our commas. Okay, and for the answer to be counted correct, we need to put in our units, centimeters. Okay? So again, if we look at the same problem and we want to do it mathematically, for those of you that choose to use that method, we need to come up with a conversion factor. Our conversion factor needs to tell us how many centimeters. Ooh, that's too big. Yeah, there we go. Let me erase that first. How many centimeters are in 1 kilometer? Okay, come on, select. Okay, so centimeters in 1 kilometer. And I noticed that those of you that tried to work it out mathematically, if you made a mistake, it was usually right here, coming up with a conversion factor. So King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Okay, remember we talked the other day about how this is a base 10 system. So every space you move along this line, you're going to increase by a multiple of 10. So there are 10 centimeters in a decimeter, right? There are 100 centimeters in your base unit meters. There are 1,000 centimeters in a decameter. There are 10,000 centimeters in a hectometer. And then there are 100,000 centimeters in 1 kilometer. Okay, so 100,000 centimeters in 1 kilometer. Okay, so let's change color here, and we're going to create our conversion factor. Remember, we're converting to units of centimeters, so we want that to go on top. So 100,000 centimeters, and then 1 kilometer goes on the bottom. We'll multiply by the number we were given, so 71,398 kilometers. I'm going to write this over 1 like I usually do, so it's easier for everybody to see what I'm doing. Kilometers and kilometers are across from each other here, so we can cancel those out. Now you just multiply 71,398 by 100,000. So 71398. Since we're multiplying by a base of 10, we just need to move our decimal to the right. Same number of spaces as we have zeros. There are 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So move our decimal from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. We fill in zeros in these blank spots. Now all this is still over 1. Remember we had 1 times 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. We get our answer here. 71,398,000,000. Okay, put in your commas, make it easier to read. And we need to include our units, centimeters. Okay, so 7,139,800,000 centimeters. Jupiter is a really big planet.